Well, the first match set to kick off in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Organizers say that 2.9 million of the 3.1 million tickets have been sold, and they are expecting the 60,000 seats today to sell out. The Gulf state has spent $200 billion in preparations for this global event, and the first match today at Al Bayt Stadium in Al Khor as the host country takes on Ecuador. It comes as FIFA President Gianni Infantino says that Qatar's last-minute ban on the sale of beer at the stadiums was made jointly by Qatari officials and FIFA. But spectators can drink alcohol in the evenings in the FIFA fan zones, designated party areas that will also offer live music and activities. Qatar puts strict limits on the purchase and consumption of alcohol in its country, though its sale is permitted in hotel bars outside of tournament-run areas. Let's bring in Yoav Borowitz, the head of sports at Kan News, the Israeli Public Broadcasting Corporation, joining us live from Doha this morning. Yoav, good morning to you. The World Cup kicking off today. The Qataris making their debut, but let's talk about if their team stands a chance to Ecuador.
Well, Hamda, good morning. First of all, I think there's a lot of excitement here in Qatar about the beginning of the World Cup. And there's also an excitement about their national team who will play against Ecuador this evening. Yesterday, I visited the stadium in Al Bayt, the Al Bayt Stadium, the house, the home in Al Khor town, which the stadium is just absolutely astonishing. I'm sure the atmosphere there tonight will be amazing. And Ecuador is not the strongest team in the world. You know, obviously it comes from South America. They're pretty strong. They might be on paper a little stronger than Qatar. But, you know, taking into account everything that's going on, and Qatar will be playing for their lives, you know, it's just unbelievable here. So I'm sure it's going to be a very hard-fought game. And I think both teams have a chance to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if this match ends in a draw.
Well, Qatar has faced a lot of criticism over this World Cup, some of it for its human rights record and the environmental fallout from the event. But you spoke to some of those migrant workers. What's their take on all of this?
Well, I really spoke to quite many migrant workers from Nepal, actually, who are working in construction in the stadium. Very, very hard job. And they told me that they are quite pleased with the way they are treated for a long time. They like being here in Qatar. They like the money. Their salaries is not a high salary, you know, if you compare it to other places. But they say that they come from very poor areas in Nepal, and they actually can live here and can also send money back to their families. Very, very nice people, very intelligent people who, you know, come from poor surroundings, and they're making a life for themselves here in Qatar. It's not easy. They work very hard, but they told me they're very happy.
Let's also discuss the beer ban at stadiums. Budweiser's parent company paying $75 million at the World Cup every 4 years for exclusive rights to sell their beer. Let's talk about the response on the ground from the people, but also has there been a response from the company itself who paid tens of millions of dollars for these exclusive rights?
We didn't hear any response from Budweiser, who, as you mentioned, paid 75 or maybe even $85 million for the concession stands here, according to reports. But people actually, you know, the alcohol is not such a big topic because the whole difference is that you won't be allowed to drink alcohol outside the stadium in the hours leading to the match and after the match. But you can drink alcohol in all the bars and all the pubs, and you can drink alcohol in the main fan zone in the center of Doha. And we knew from before even that you won't be able to drink alcohol inside the stadiums, but that's a situation almost all over the world. You know, that you cannot drink alcohol inside the stadiums. America, the U.S. is an exception for this, you know, quote unquote rule, because almost all over the world, they don't serve you alcohol inside the stadium. So I don't think it makes such a huge difference. You know, there were huge headlines about that, but on the ground, it's not such a big difference.
Yoav Borowitz, the head of Kan Sports here in Israel, joining us live from Doha this morning. Thank you.